Hey, Lisa sharing life stories with you. I'm going to put a little makeup on. I know I'm scaring everybody today. They're like, oh my God, that lady's scary looking. When did it become okay that our government and we just sit and take it? No one does anything about it. The people that are in representing each of our states, our senators and everybody else, all these other jokes. When did it become okay? You got Biden and his kids, they're all corrupt. And Trump is corrupt, and the Republican, and everybody says they knows, oh, yeah. The government's always been corrupt to a certain point. One hand washing one hand, whatever, other hand, whatever. It's never been this bad, and it's so openly bad anymore. It's a disgrace. It's just a damn freaking disgrace. This is America. This is what our forefathers... I'm serious. I wish I was born in Washington's days or whatever. I wouldn't want to have all the struggle that those poor people had, but things were right. It was for the people, by the people. Everything was just... Everything's just such a sideshow anymore. And this is about everything that I think is wrong with the world, and it upsets me. I was looking on the internet, and they're filming these poor people, and people just go past them like they're not there. They're jumping out of their fucking skin. They're all screwed up on drugs. This guy was rolling all over the cement, twitching and jumping. And people just go on. Why isn't somebody helping that man? Get him in an ambulance, strap his fucking ass down, and get him the help he needs. Get everybody off the damn streets, if they like it or not. Give them like 60 days, good food, good care, good counseling, and see if these people can be saved. People don't understand. Drugs are a disease of the mind, okay? People don't get that. People think, oh, it's just a choice. Yeah. It's a choice to a certain extent. Some people can't have the strong enough will to walk away from drugs. I seen it. I know what I'm talking about, okay? I've seen it first frickin' hand, okay? So I know what I'm talking about. I'm not just mumbling shit. I've seen it, lived it, been there, lost everything from it. Not from me, but yeah. So why doesn't the government take these people like that, I guess in Seattle or wherever, and off the streets that are jumping out of their skin and they're zombies and they're undressing in the streets? Take them. I don't care, against their freaking will, because it's going to save their life. Strap their asses down and don't unstrap them for 40 days. Feed them if you have to. Clothe them. Get them in their right mind where they could have a chance to get away from that. These people are just going to die. And nobody cares. People walk past them like they're the dirt on their shoes. Wouldn't you want somebody to save your people, or you, if you were all screwed up? You know? Think about that. Think about that. That angers me. Is there so many people in America? This is a question I got for you guys. Is there so many people in America that we can't justly take care of people like that? That we can't get all the people who live in tents, live in their cars and trucks, unless they want to. We can't get them off the street? We can't get them a house, or put them in group housing together. Some of them that might be able to cohabitate together. I'm not saying that word right, but you guys know what I mean. I mean, people, it's worse than ever. There's other countries looking at America, like Russia and Germany, I don't know, and they're saying, like, what happened in America? People are on the streets asking for money and food. We're supposed to be the richest country in the world, and we can't even take care of our country. And I know they want to help Ukraine to a certain extent, so Russia and everything, but you know what? Our people don't have anything. It's enough with that too, okay? Because all it's do is prolonging this war. How is anything good coming out of this? 600 days, 800-day war? We need to stop with that too, because we can't even take care of our people here first. That should be the motto. Take care of our people first. And I get why Biden's doing it, because it's the whole big picture. But enough's enough of helping, because nobody else would help us that much. So why are we going? We need to start taking care of our people here. We really do. And I love Ukraine. Don't get me wrong. But we don't have enough to save everybody. We don't. It's just a bad situation all the way around. I'm not saying throw them to the wolves, but come on. We don't have enough to even help our people. That's what I'm trying to say. Or let's do something different than we're doing. We got all these people in politics and nothing works. Nothing works for the average middle class person. There's not even middle class no more. There's not enough food in these food pantries. There's not enough medical help. There's not enough of nothing. That's what I'm upset about. I really, really, truthfully am. You guys, now let's switch gears. You guys see my beautiful teapot? I read about it. Like, it wants you to boil water in it twice before you use it, which makes sense. But I'm freaking out. I put all that food in the crock pot, and my husband, it'll be another hour. He's far away working on this guy's dragster. I get why he's doing it, and the guy's a wonderful guy. But I'm scared that I filled it too much, and it may be overflowing, and I don't want nothing to catch on fire. And it scares me because of my dog and the house and everything. I'm calling him back in a little bit and say, please go now. I just called him like 10 minutes ago. It makes me nervous. But, there's gotta be a better way to run our government. And what is all this shit with Biden and his stupid loser son getting money from other countries? What kind of crap is that? And then Trump sending his family with this stupid, dumb, ugly Jared Kushner and his dumb, ugly daughter, Ivanka, and they got millions of dollars coming in the rest of their lives. Christy said this. I'm not making this shit up. For the rest of their lives, they came home with a plane full of money. Christy. So it isn't like somebody from a different party's making this shit up. I just don't get why our government is so corrupt and so bad. It's not for the people, by the people no more. We need to care about things that help people and feeding them and clothing them and housing them and getting them the right help they need so they can work and be productive members of society. All our care is outside of America. We can't do that. We got to fix what's here because what's here is not working. It's not functionable. That's what I'm saying. But anyways, I went back to Value Fresh for the third day in a row because the yo-yos yesterday, I need to call that manager. I don't know if they're still there. The people that helped me, I asked two guys yesterday, they look like they're in a cloud. Do you got any popping back? No. Liars. Because I called this wonderful guy, Jonathan. Yep, they had like 15 zero sugar root beers in the back. So I went and bought like 7 of them and 2 regular 6-packs of root beer. I bring here and I give some away, and then I want a couple root beers for when I'm off this week at home. They're not going to go to waste. I'm just worried about that crock pot. That'll be such a good dinner. What I brought, I didn't like the tuna fish salad from Kroger at all. It's too like vinegary tasting or something. I don't like it at all. And it was discounted to 2 something, whatever, but it's still not worth it. It's not good. I'll never buy it again. I gotta know in my head. You know, sometimes times goes by and you forget if something's good from somewhere. Well, this isn't any good to me. My personal opinion. But I got him ham salad spread on sale for like $1.65. The little square containers that Kroger did, that's regular $5 or $6. So I know he'll eat that at night, like with some crackers or some bread, and that'll be gone in 2 seconds. But I know he likes it, because actually he asked for that about a month ago and the store didn't have it. So I seen his eyes locked in. My husband don't answer you, but when he wants something, his eyes will lock in on something. Like I'm talking to him and he's in a twilight zone, but then I said ham salad spread, and then he looks, so I know that's something he wants. So my dinner will be good, though. I forgot to put garlic in it, and I need to tell him to put garlic in it when he goes home. It's the chicken breast in the crock pot with a cream of chicken and cream of mushroom and cream of celery, because I thought I had more cream of chicken than I did. Gravy. Mix it all up, yada yada. Put a little salt and pepper in it, a little bit of garlic, and I put a $6-7 bag of broccoli in there, chunks of broccoli, and you pour that over white rice, and that is so good. It's got such a good taste, and it's so good with somebody with a bad stomach. My ma, I know on the other side's listening, because she would have loved that. Me and her, we always say, I could eat chicken every day of my life, or like seafood, shrimp and stuff. I don't like red meat. Not much. I don't eat hamburgers ever. Once in a great while, maybe. But yeah, it looks like it's going to really rain now. But I'm not a hamburger lover. Like, I like potatoes and meat. No, I like potatoes, but not meat. I like chicken. Me and my mom, we were alike like that. We liked a lot of the same things. So yeah, what was I going to say now? I'm sorry, I've lost my trend of thought. But yeah, it's just, I'm not getting on no side, not political. I don't like no sides no more of our government. Just our government needs to be better and take care of America and fix the roads and fix the ozone layer. Do something with these, fix everything, our water, everything. Care about America, because if we don't, who will? These other countries will love to see us fail and burn up. They don't care. What a sweet squirrel. He wants food. I'll give him some. I got squirrels come and eat on my porch all day long. I'm glad I put a big bowl. I bought, thank you, my friend who gave me money for cat food on here. I bought the last thing, a big bag of cat food today. And I bought, what is that? Temptations. My kitty loves that. And Scrounge, the sick old cat, he loves it. I'm going to film tomorrow, if I can for you guys, my stray cats I feed. And I'm going to show you, make little clips now and then again of just showing you the stray cats when I feed them. Who comes. They come at all different times, but when they hear me, a lot of them will come, like 10 or 15 of them, but not all of them. But I just want to show you what I can, when I can, of different cats coming and going when I feed them. And little Scrounge, he's so old and his eyes got cataracts or something. And he cries to me like a little baby. And he was so mean before. He was straight. I try to touch him and he'd go, shh, like he wanted to kill me. Now he cries to me like I'm his mama. Like my husband always says, and it gives me a joy in my heart. He goes, God put him here so the last parts of his life he could eat good and be taken care of. He goes, because he's alive because of you, Lisa. And I know he is. I know he is. And it's through God's help. That's all. Everything is God. And what's so hard in what God did put us here, remember, if things were easy, we would all go to God and say, oh, we love you, love you, love you every minute, God. But God wants to weed the people out that are full of shit and the people that really, truly love him. That's what he wants to see. Because if everybody just came to him, oh, I love you, love you, love you, then he wouldn't know whose heart was true. Think about it. Yeah, so I believe that. I truly do. And think about this. Think about this. God makes all these different religions like Buddhism, I can't even say the word, Arabic, the Quran, and all that, for people to understand and come to him in different ways. He made all over the earth, all over the world, different ways for people to come under one tent and one umbrella in the end to love him and worship him. So he made all these different religions, right? But in the end, we all love one God. Right? Think about it. He made it so people could understand, they could gravitate, it made sense to them. I'm Catholic, but it don't even matter. I feel like I'm a million different religions because I think there's good in all religions, and long as your heart's with God, that's all that matters. And you try to do a little bit good by your fellow man, and I think it's really important, which I truly, truly believe. And sometimes I have a hard time doing it. I'm not no damn saint, but treat somebody as you would think that they were God next to you. And God in his book, that's ways high, treating somebody that you don't like, you can't stand, because you're treating them good like you would treat God. He sees that, and that goes far in his book. Makes sense, doesn't it? And sometimes people are off in their life, having a bad life and mean and crabby and no good, and they also need to be loved, like that little girl. I know, I'm not stupid. I know it isn't her fault and she has a bad life, but it's hard when you're getting emotionally attacked. It hurts still the same. You still bleed the same, let's put it that way. You still hurt the same. My neck needs to be correct. But I understand, and I also know that it isn't her fault. And one of my great viewers said, June, like, you need to try to maybe knock the chip off her shoulder. I kind of tried to do it before. I've given that house, you know how many times I've given that house ice cream and loaded everybody up with ice cream over there? That mom don't everything she's drinking, she's a drunk. I'd give them like 10 ice creams. Seriously, 10 to make sure everybody had something. It don't matter with those people. They're not right. They're not right. So it's just too bad. It's just too bad, and it's sad. But what are you gonna do? And a baby's having a baby. That's disgraceful. Disgraceful. But oh, and another one of my great viewers, Clever Cleveland, lives in Florida. You know who you are. And you have a pit bull. I had a pit bull when I was first married. We went to the Humane Society, saved his life. And we were driving home in a car. My husband always made fun of me to this day. You wanted to get that other gold color, like German Shepherd looking dog, that mangy looking dog. We got a lab that was black with white down his chesty. And they lied. They said he had no pit bull in him. He was lab. He was 80% pit bull, or 50% pit bull, 50% lab, but they couldn't put it on the papers or they would have had to kill him. Isn't that awful? I loved my Maxwell, and my husband, the greatest name, he named him Maxwell after my grandfather when we were coming home in a car, and he was in my arms and just a baby, and he goes, let's name him after your grandpa. And my grandpa was no longer here, and I know my grandpa on the other side. Love that. And my cousin's got a dog named Max now after grandpa, and it was meant to be. He's a wild dog. He's just like Obama's dog. I forget what you call that, doesn't shed. Beautiful dog. He's just really hyper, but he's getting better with time. But they're just beautiful dogs. Summers of Alaska got the same dog on YouTube. Beautiful, beautiful dog. Their dog's name is... Oh my God, it starts with a C, I believe. I forget. But, yeah, I wanted to say, yeah, I loved my Maxwell. He was the best dog in the world. Best dog. Loved him with my heart and soul. But I wanted to point that out to my viewer because he has a pit bull. And I know, I love animals. And to my viewer that gave me that money for cat food, like I said, I bought the last big bag of dry cat food. And I'm glad my husband isn't home. I pushed it up on the porch because for some reason my cats won't eat dry food that gets wet. Even though they're strays, they're spoiled. So I got it on the porch under the overhang, so it'll be all right. And they all get under there when it starts raining because I got a bed, I got rugs. But the bed, because Scrounge poops everything up because he's got a leaky butt. He needs diapers, but I can't afford to start him on diapers. Oh my God, that would be another whole show. God. But yeah, so they're probably all walking around and they got things to hide under. And where I live, there's crawl space houses. So a lot of them will go under people's houses and stay dry. So it's okay, you know? So I wanted to come on here and say those things, but there's something else I want to tell you guys. I can't remember what it is. Can't think of what it is. I'll come back on here in a little bit and I'll drive you crazy. And remember, this is Gary Busey's sister talking to you, you son of bitches. Somebody said, I'm really apologize. They thought I was really Gary Busey's sister. Now come on. Oh, dear. I'm getting close, too, with my watch hours. I'm 2,100. I need 900 more watch hours to go, and then I'll be monetized. Then I won't be making maybe $1 a month. But eventually, if I could ever get better with my camera and everything, I am getting better. Somebody complimented me. I'm getting a little bit better. If I could ever make like a couple thousand a month from YouTube, like I would need to make like $3,000 or $4,000 a month. Then I'm quitting my job and I'm just 100% giving back every minute of the day to people. Every minute of the day. So it's coming. God's got me. It'll all work out. Love you all. Lisa sharing life stories with you. Hey, we're all in this shit together. Let's take care of one another. Let's love one another. And I'll be back with something interesting. Don't forget me. If you see me, come back on. Come back on. I love you all. Bye.